Hello, hello, hello. Hello, hello, hello. Let me pull up chat. I am here. I am here to react to um old GSW stuff. Um Hoping for just like a chill little stream tonight. Yeah, just watching some classic GSW stuff. Trying to keep it pretty low key tonight. So this is also serves as my creator commentaries. This is GSW from the beginning. So this is first fight. It's a 3-match card that I did in I believe it came out in 2019. But I think the first match might have even been filmed in 2018. It's a compilation basically of a whole bunch of matches I did back in the day. So just like excuse ignore that. So there's a ladder match. The first match is a battle royal. I've always loved battle royals. I use them all the time. So yeah, just like it's for the battle royal championship, which if you know now, I use for my Rumblers series. So let's get into it. And this was kind of my first intergender thing too, which is kind of important as intergender wrestling is like something that I feel like I'm kind of known for now. So let's get into it in about 10 seconds here. All right. So yeah, I have a little preface on this. For some reason, I kind of wish now I didn't use these shitty Kind Master filters. This is in 4x3 for some reason. If you'll notice, actually, there's a frame in this match that's not in 4x3. It's actually in like, I zoomed in because my hand was in it. But yeah, here are all your competitors in the match. Kind of just randomly chose, I think. Here's the very primordial GSW ring. If you'll notice, no turnbuckle pads, no mat. Reason for that being there was another weird 16x9 shot for some reason. The reason for that being I had taken the ring apart to move, and I don't think I had used it very much, so I was literally assembling. I lost my original turnbuckles too. I had to buy new turnbuckles for the ring. The ones that came with the ring had the WWE logo on them, and if you notice, the ones I have now are just plain black. Which honestly, there's that weird 16x9 frame. I prefer the black ones. They're more just like neutral. You could see my hand in that last shot. There's a nice Alabama slam. As you'll notice, not very much in the way of posing, and all the frames are so blurry. I don't know how I managed that. You can see my hand in that shot too. Yeah, this match was kind of filmed on a whim, I think. Not much thought put into it. Yeah. There goes Cesaro. Rey Mysterio wins the Battle Royal Championship, a title that will never be seen in GSW again until I start doing GSW Rumblers. This is a 6-man team ladder match, and it's kind of insane that I just did every member of every team is technically legal in this match. Also, that's the Shield the Ambrose figure for that is kind of weird. I'm using the Seth Rollins Shield vest over the first basic Dean Ambrose in like his Lunatic Fringe era, and I just put the Elite 33 Seth Rollins vest on him. It looks terrible. I don't know why I tried to get away with that. Then I switched. I still to this day don't remember why I switched the heads and put the nice head on the figure, and then I ended up using the Shield Dean with the really bad head on it. Yep, a whole bunch of teams in this match. I'm gonna be 100% honest. When I started the show, I had no idea about like wrestling history or anything, so that's the reason the Sting is in the NWO. When and then like I would come to find out like probably a good like year after this, that Sting was in actually like the main anti-NWO guy for a long time. The Nexus, that's I actually have a new Justin Gabriel figure now. That's pretty nice, but yeah, some of my first figures were that Darren Young and that Justin Gabriel, that 2-pack. Really nice figures. I'm really angry I ruined the Justin Gabriel by putting Sharpie on his face, and I used it too. I would love to get that figure again in like a mint, or just like not shitty, fucked up condition. Also, I took his knee pads off at some point, and so the knee pads that are on the Justin Gabriel I used are just like random knee pads. They aren't the right knee pads. As you can see, Jimmy Uso just died by landing right in his head. Those are the Elite 30-something Usos. Those are the ones that are getting re-released in the Greatest Hits line. I'm kind of salty about it. I was like, oh, Greatest Hits, cool. And then they release a figure you already have, and you're like, damn, the figure I have is like less than now. Superman punch to Hulk Hogan. This is a cool spot where he spears the ladders. I thought that was that still holds up. The finish to this match is the thing I'm most proud of, which we'll get to. Roman's gonna go for it, but here comes Macho Man. Funny story about that Macho Man figure. I had that Macho Man figure for years. Never knew that the sunglasses were removable until like after this match. As you can see, he's wearing the sunglasses in this match, so I just didn't know. Powerbomb by Seth through the table. You can see my hand in that shot. So canonically, you can see my arm. So that's the cool spot, the stomp from the scaffolding onto the ladder. I think that's a really cool spot. But yeah, canonically, that's the same announcer guy. He's been here since the beginning. And that his co-host on the sidelines is like technically the guy who's the current. He's a referee now. I think I'm gonna use him as the GSW Underground referee. He's the one with the Bray Wyatt head. That's a wrestling toy company referee figure, I think. It's a pretty decent little figure. It's not even, I'm not gonna lie, I don't like it very much anymore. Just hard to use, so I switched first to the custom. I had some extra parts to make that one, and then I got Danny Davis and Teddy Long in referee attire, so that's cool. So this match is kind of special in the fact that that AJ Styles figure was when I got back into collecting. Also, that was supposed to be a 450 splash, not a frog splash, I remember, and then I was like, oh, we'll just go with the frog splash. Yeah, so Bo Dallas has been eliminated from the match. Did the truck stop, and this would start Luke Harper's very lengthy United States Championship reign. Loved Harper. He held the title up until very recently. Um, he was the only United States champion for a long time. Phenomenal forearm. That looks okay. Still using that weird Dean. Dropped him on his head. But yeah, that AJ Styles was when I got back into collecting in like high school. Um, maybe. Maybe even like late middle school. I'm not sure. But yeah, that's when I started buying figures. I kind of consider my wrestling figures like in three waves. There was the wave like when I was a kid, up until I stopped using them, and then I did it again. Stopped buying them for a little bit. Took like 3 years off, and came back to buying them. So this is the 50-man Royal Rumble. The belts I was using at the beginning, I don't know if I'm still using any. I don't think so anymore. Or like this, I bought like a 12 pack of like 16 championships. And if you look at the bottom right there, I say SmackDown roster and then Nitro roster. Both of those pieces of information are wrong. Is the show is NXT. So we start with Rob Van Dam and Jeff Hardy. This match is cool. I'm very proud of it. But like, it's just like not the best in terms of like the story of the match. I think could have been better. Like if I had to go back and read this match, also I would have just had Samoa Joe win it. Matt Hardy coming in at 3. I remember these Hardy Boy figures were really cool at the time, and I still think those are cool figures. Now I use like a WrestleMania Jeff Hardy, the one with the red hair. That was a weird rubber band shot. Ryback, number 4. Swanton. Rob Van Dam does not sell it at all. I remember this match took, I think as far as like a single match goes, this is still the longest it took. I mean, it's a 50-man Royal Rumble. And I think I arguably chose the less interesting roster to do this with. I think the Raw roster was a lot more interesting at this time. Hey DHW, we're just watching some old GSW right now, and I'm just kind of chilling and talking about it. Trying to have a nice... Oh god, there goes my chat. Why did my phone turn off? Just trying to have a chill night here. Oh shit. Ignore that. Yeah, this match is cool. Nice cross body by Rob Van Dam. I don't know what's up with the picture quality. Part of me thinks that what happened is all of this was edited in KineMaster, and I think I just wasn't exporting it at the right like quality or something. And so they all kind of are very grainy. I don't remember. I don't remember if at this point... No, I was definitely using KineMaster at this point, which is just like a phone app for editing. But at a certain point, from the first 3 matches, I think I was using Stop Motion Studio, which is not ideal for pick fetting. And even what I use now to edit is not super ideal. It's not the best. If you go back to that Shell Shock by Ryback on Billy Gunn, he like switches what side he's on. Is a really weird production thing for me. This is the first elimination. Eva Marie gets eliminated. First elimination. I remember when I started doing this, I was like, I don't want anyone to get eliminated for like half the match, which obviously didn't happen. Hardy Boys working together on RVD. I also wish I kept Jeff and RVD in the match for like a long time. I think that would have been interesting to do. But alas, I did not. Brutal brain buster. Victor gets tossed out here, so he and Connor don't get to be in the match together. Blue Thunder Bomb. I think that actually looked okay. Nothing in this looks amazing. But some of it looks okay. Here's Jimmy Uso. Part of me wants new Uso figures and part of me doesn't. Because these are the only two Uso figures I've ever had. Only the Elite 30 whatever. I would love for them to do this like era of the Usos as like a one time, like once, like one night only kind of deal. They could do like the weird tribal, not weird, that's offensive, just like the weird, I say weird again, the like the fight dance thing. And I don't know what just happened where the picture quality went from like having like this yellow grain on it to just looking normal. I don't know if that has to do with my light or something. It's just a weird thing. As here's Ryback dumping out Nikki Bella and Yokozuna. That Yokozuna figure is really cool. It's from the Hall of Fame line. It came with 2 tag titles, which is something I appreciate. Instead of the 1, I remember that. Santino gets eliminated in... I think he is also the fastest elimination in GSW Rumble history. Or Battle Royal history. Not lasting very long. I know Christian in the most recent Royal Rumble is also in that contention, but I think Santino has beat. Also, Eva Marie in this match has a pretty decent run. I think those are top 3. Clothesline by Ryback. Jeff Hardy gets eliminated. Travesty. Sami Zayn gets eliminated. Nexus taken over. Ryback, as you know or may not know, is Skip Sheffield, who was in the Nexus, so that's why Ryback's in the Nexus, because he technically was in the Nexus. Here comes Big Show from the NWO. Double chokeslam reversed into a double DDT. Slingshot. I used rubber bands a little bit early GSW days, but I stopped because I think even back then I knew they were a bit too intrusive. Double elimination here. Here's Samoa Joe at 18, the MVP of this match and the guy who should have won the thing in hindsight. This begins his kind of run of dominance in this match. There's basically a claymore there to take out Mr. Perfect. Here comes Connor. I'm gonna move the mic, so be careful. Connor comes out and Joe puts him to sleep. I like how I told you to be careful that I was moving the mic. Blackout, it's the Undertaker. That jacket is from a Build-A-Figure, not a Build-A-Figure, but Create-A-Wrestler line that Max Neon is from, and that that Bray Wyatt one in the commentary position is also from the Build-A-Figure Create-A-Wrestler line or whatever. Jumping clothesline by CM Punk. That CM Punk is awesome. I love that CM Punk figure. I think it's underrated, especially for a basic. I think it looks really good. Kick to the dick by Punk. Just stomping away at the head. Here's Jinder Mahal. Famouser. Go to sleep. I'm honestly surprised I didn't use Punk more early GSW. I remember being really high on him at the time, even though it had been like post walkout Punk. Here's Kane. Gonna eliminate Jinder here. This is the original GSW arena, which is my closet. I have a really small walk-in closet. I'm glad I moved to the table because working down there on the floor for hours at a time really hurts your back. No matter your age, you feel old. I shouldn't have back pain at 20 or 21. Dolph Ziggler gets chokeslammed to all hell. I remember when Dolph Ziggler came in and goes face to face with The Undertaker. I don't remember. I just didn't know what to do, so I just had him chokeslam him. This is the point where Dolph Ziggler gets probably the biggest elimination in the match, eliminating both Brothers of Destruction. Here's Fandango. Jumping clothesline by Ziggy. Completely no selling like the two choke slams he just took. Takes out both of them with a zigzag. Goes for a third. And then I make Fandango do a standing shooting star press. I don't know where that comes from. It's kind of cool though. Fandango's going to be eliminated here. V-Trigger by Darren Young. Just getting picked up for the gut check. I'm up to date on my Darren Young lore. And Darren Young eliminates CM Punk here, which I appear to be setting something up here, but I never think that definitely never comes to fruition. Elbow, chop. This is a cool elimination. The German suplex over the top rope with the back flip. Doomsday, crossbody. Cool spot. Amazing looking stomps, just immaculate. Here comes Titus O'Neil. I thought this was funny. He tries to join Slater Gator. And then he tries to do the primetime players. But they're both in the Nexus, so screw him. Yeah, I thought that was a funny spot. Here comes Wade. My Darren Young figure has that weird spot on him. I don't know how he got that. He's had it for the majority of the time I've had that figure. I just call it his little nipple. It's a bit high for a nipple, but it's been on the figure forever, so. Takes him down. Bullhammer to the back of the head. Here's Macho Man, Randy Savage. Okay, so I obviously figured out the sunglasses thing between that last show and this one, because he doesn't have the sunglasses on. He just took out two members of the Nexus, but Wade takes him out. This is a brutal freaking Canadian destroyer by Samoa Joe. And the photo quality goes back to being yellowy. It's so weird. Damien Sandow is not going to last very long. Cody Rhodes, kick to the face. He's going to counter it into a moonsault. That disaster kick didn't look terrible. I don't think Cody Rhodes has ever done a standing moonsault. Here's Goldust. Turns on his brother immediately. Because what else? What else would happen? And then Cody's gonna counter but get eliminated. So the brotherhood, but they're still friends. They're still friends. Here comes Hulk Hogan. Goes for the boot. I remember I was mad at Hogan for some other stupid reason at the time, so I had him get eliminated. Hulk Hogan consistently pisses me off, so The Miz, elbow. The Miz has not been used in GSW a lot. I would like to use him more, especially with that new figure I got of him, the new old figure. I like The Miz a lot, so I think he'd be a good mid-carder for my show. Drew McIntyre, my 3MB Drew McIntyre. I love that Drew McIntyre figure so much that I've never even thought about getting a new one. I think it's such a unique figure that I just love it. They eliminated each other. Here comes Elite One John Cena. Maya has unfortunately had issues. Obviously, as you can see. Also, his stomach crunch. His gut is super loose to the point where that figure was so unusable. I had to have him be eliminated in like 3 seconds. Trying to get Jack Gallagher over a little bit. Jack Gallagher is really cool. I liked him a lot. But I think he got accused of some stuff. I know he's done stuff since, so I don't know exactly what's going on with him, whether or not like I should use him. I kind of have the same thing with like, well, I can always, if someone's like a shitty person, I'll always still just use them as like a enhancement talent, always needed. You know, I think the same thing about like Velveteen Dream and stuff. This is the part of the Rumble I think where I hit like a pretty good stride for a little bit. I think up until before Horsemen come out, I think it's pretty good. Samoa Joe's elimination was kind of stupid. Here's Sonya Deville. This was a whole bunch of new figures I'd been buying. That Ronda. Remember I bought like 6 on Amazon or something at one point with like some birthday money. Now I have a job, so like I can just buy figures. That's something that sucks about having like money though. Like you can just like buy stuff. It didn't feel like, now I can just like buy stuff and it doesn't like feel magical, unfortunately, all the time. Sonya Deville's a spear here. I don't know why. That Sonya Deville's is visually an amazing figure, but like kind of hard to use. Kurt Angle. This is a cool combo. Northern Light suplex lifts her up into a flapjack or like a stun gun. Kind of cool. German. Shinsuke Nakamura. This starts a feud that is still going on today if you've been keeping up with GSW. Kick to the face. Or it doesn't like start the feud, but like, you know, it's their first meeting. This feud is not even over. Eliminates Kurt Angle. I think Shinsuke would have been a decent winner too, but I think I wouldn't have done it because he had won a Rumble IRL. Here's Triple H. This is a Toys R Us exclusive figure. This figure is awesome. Really cool. Would love to use Triple H more. I just don't know what to do with him necessarily. Maybe I'll put him on Nitro. Superstar Shakeup's coming up. That's stressful because I gotta reorganize all the figures onto different rosters and such. Yeah. Here comes Sean. Super kick. Gonna do some chops. Take down Sonya. Backbreaker by Triple H, and in best friend fashion, Sean's gonna take out Triple H. But Ronda Rousey takes out Shawn Michaels. I remember I gave Jack Gallagher Ronda Rousey and Jack Gallagher, Samoa Joe, Ronda Rousey, Jack Gallagher, and Ruby Riott the Intercontinental Championship match on the first episode of NXT because of their performance in the Rumble. I think you can honestly make the case for Sonya or Batista, Sonya or Shinsuke to have been in that match as well. Or Jeff Hardy or Rob Van Dam. I think I just discounted the earlier participants. Here comes The Rock. Very big part of GSW nowadays. Their movie stars are fighting over the top rope. Batista gets hit with the rock bottom. Here's Ronda Rousey's elimination, courtesy of Jack Gallagher. This is our Kofi spot for the match. King Sasha. Yeah, so I guess Ric Flair bought the 47th spot for all of them. As if you'll notice, I think I would have had 50 without the last few figures I got for my birthday. I believe this video came out the day after my birthday, or on my birthday or something, because the last 3 figures in this match I got for my birthday, I believe. Mandy, Ruby, here's Austin Aries, someone who I didn't even know until recently I knew about like his wrestling controversy, and that didn't really bother me that much, but apparently he's done some other kind of sussy stuff. I haven't looked too much into it though, so I can't speak on it too much. This was one of his 2 figures he got. He also got an Elite that's probably better than this figure. But this basic's cool. Here's Ruby Riott, another big part of GSW. A DDT. Ooh. Yeah, the turnbuckle pads, I didn't even talk about that. Our duct tape, because I didn't have any. I ordered some, and I think they even got here before I was finished with the match, but the match had already started filming, so I couldn't put them on until like after this. And number 50 is Mandy Rose. It's insane that I used 50 figures, but then in my most recent Royal Rumble, I think I did 20 trios, so 60, which is also insane. This is a nice. This is the Mandy Rose figure with the fucking. Part of my French. With the biggest head, I think, ever on a WWE figure. I got a newer basic of her. It's got a more decently sized head. Kick to the face. Ruby should have just eliminated Austin Aries there. I still don't get like if it would count if like they went through the middle rope to the top rope and then you pushed them off the top rope. Here is this is a cool finishing spot, the springboard DDT on the apron to eliminate Ruby Riott for Austin Aries to win. Pretty decent match. He will win the TV championship, which would later be rebranded as the NXT championship on, I believe, week 3 or 4 of NXT. I don't know, we'll get to it because I plan on doing more of these in the future. Also later I would add purple with crayon and like get it in like the cracks of the title for the words to pop a bit more. I did it to all the titles and stuff. But yeah, I'm kind of eepy. I'm kind of a little bit eepy right now. We tackled the early area of GSW. It's a part of the history of this channel that's very important, but not necessarily I look back on super fondly. I think the Royal Rumble is definitely a lot better than the first fight. First fight is kind of trash, but like it's where you start, and you know you gotta start somewhere. And I tell people all the time I make music, I do all this stuff. You know, you gotta suck. You really gotta suck before you can like develop some skills. I truly believe that you kind of gotta suck before you can like do anything worthwhile. Yeah. That's all I got for now. I'll see you in the next video. We'll probably try and do whenever I do these, like now that we got this stuff out of the way, we'll try and do the 2 weeks of TV and then the pay-per-view. So next time we'll cover Raw week 1 and 2, NXT week 1 of 2, and Unbreakable. I think it's Unbreakable, yeah. I don't know when I'll do this again. This was kind of cool though. My throat also hurts a lot for some reason. I don't know if it's because I've been talking so much or what, but yeah, I've got some shorts and stuff coming out. GSW Annihilated night 2, will be out in a few days, probably after Christmas. Definitely after Christmas. But yep, I'm gonna try and get it out by the new year. Yep, I think that's all I got today. Thank you all for tuning in. I'll see you guys in the next one.